I was walking by the lake this morning and I found this, what looks like pottery from the Caddo Indians who lived on this very land, could have been hundreds, maybe even thousands of years ago. And it's amazing because I've walked this trail so many times and it was almost like it was ready to reveal itself. Because not only did I find pottery in one spot, but I found it in another spot. And if I really tried, I think I probably could find a whole lot more. Anyway, I just stood there holding it, feeling the weight of it, imagining the hands that shaped it. One of them had little black dots on it, and I could just see the person just like delicately putting these dots, and I was like right there with them. This pottery piece, it may have held food that fed the entire community. It wasn't for just one person, probably not for one family. It was probably for a whole village working together, sharing their resources and looking out for each other. And that's really the message that came through when I found this was it was all about community. So when was the last time that you really felt part of a community, that sense of being held by something bigger than ourselves, of being part of a community where everyone's pulling towards the same goal? Because here's what I've noticed. We've been sold this idea that we're connected more now than ever. We have followers, we have news feeds, we have notifications pinging us every 5 freaking seconds, which is why I turn off all my notifications. Let me ask you something. Do you actually feel more connected to your human family, or do you feel pretty drained? These platforms, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of it, they're not actually designed to build communities very well. They're designed actually to harvest your attention, to keep you on their platform, to keep you scrolling, basically to extract your energy and to sell it to advertisers. What the Caddo Indians taught me is they didn't have to have some algorithm deciding who gets to eat in the community. They didn't have a reach problem. What they did have was a shared mission. They had systems that brought people together in a unified purpose, and they were all entrained in the cycles of nature together. And I think, and I really believe, that the future belongs to those of us who remember this within ourselves, and we can build it again. Real community, intentional community, spaces where people actually belong and they don't just scroll past each other. Which brings me to what we're building at Soul Light. And with some of our products, we have something right now coming out called Agency Alive. And it's basically like an entire insurance platform, but the key gem built within it is the community. So it's one of the things I'm most proud of. It's not necessarily about the websites and the funnels and the automations. And that's some of that is hard to get all connected and working properly together. And we are proud of that. But really what I see emerging that I'm most excited about, just because it's going to help contribute to the health of so many organizations, it's the communities that we're building. We're creating these private spaces. They're private spaces where it could be your clients, could be your agents, it could be a variety of people that you're training. It could be, yeah, students that connect. It's where files, they don't get lost in text threads or emails, where announcements actually get seen in one place, and where people show up because they belong to something and they're unified by that like center of the target, that unified goal, whatever it is that's bringing people together. Say you're training a bunch of acupuncturists. Well, your unified goal is to be a professional acupuncturist and to help people to heal their bodies. Or maybe you're an insurance agent. Your goal is to create independence and work from home and be there to pick up your kids from school and serve families and sell insurance. You might have a unified goal with other people. So we create a community around that. And it's like a container that holds them in this space and shields them from the noise, shields them from the distraction, and shields them from what I would call the dragons of resistance, which will show up. but they'll have the support of a community to help them through when the resistance comes up, which is inevitable. So we build communities for any entrepreneur who's trying to gather their people together in one place so that they can actually serve them in a way that is sane, right? Without the noise and the distraction and the popularity contest and the nonsense. Okay, this is the future. This is the future I want to create. And if this is resonating with you, then this is the future you want to create too. No more noise, no more extraction. We're going to create intentional spaces where we can work together and work on something real, like transforming all of our lives. So just like those Caddo villages, a shared mission, shared resources, systems that bring us together, that are entrained with the wisdom of nature, instead of scattering our minds and scattering us apart. So if you're building something and you're tired of fighting algorithms and noise, maybe it's time to build your own village. I created a free course called Rooted and Automated. You can check that out at rootedandautomated.com or check us out at soullight.io.